Hello everyone, all physics people that loves physics. I'm going to teach you things I learned in physics class, chapter 1 and 2, kind of a little bit, not all of it. Examples and definitions, the main ones I thought that was more important to y'all. The first one is velocity. You're going to learn in chapter 1. The velocity definition is the speed in a given direction, displacement divided by the time interval. Velocity is a vector quantity. It has magnitude and direction. For example, point A to point B, the velocity and the speed is constant. For point B to C, it stops. Then from point C to D, it decreases. Sorry for my handwriting and spelling. Y'all probably understand me more, but I'm sorry. The next one is speed. Also, you're going to be learning into 1. Speed definition is the distance traveled divided by the time is placed. Speed is a circular quantity. It has no direction. For example, this graph shows you the speed stays constant, stops, then constant. Speed is a constant. It's like constant mostly, then it stops, then it's constant again. That shows you no direction, but it shows that the distance traveled is divided by the time it's placed. The next one you're gonna learn in chapter 2 is kind of fun. Inertia, the natural tendency of an object to remain at rest or to remain moving with constant speed in straight line. Man, for example, this graph shows you it's straight up. The speed is staying constant and it's moving. Inertia is one of the biggest things in chapter 2. You will be learning this all day. Inertia is like the main thing you want to have to remember in the world. And also acceleration is the next one. The change in velocity per unit timing. Acceleration is a vector quantity. It has magnitude, size, and direction. Look at the example. The acceleration is 0, so there is no velocity. Chapter 1 and 2 is probably some of the biggest things we'll learn. Some of the biggest things you'll learn in physics. These are the biggest things. Just remember all of these. Velocity. I would repeat this if I have to. If you have any questions, hit me up at fredericksally22@yahoo.com. But I would remind you, chapter 1 and 2. I would tell you the definitions again, and so just so you can remember this. Velocity is the speed in a given direction. Displacement divided by the time interval. Velocity is a vector quantity. It has magnitude and direction. The example, from point A to point B, the velocity and speed is constant. From point B to C, it stops. Then from point C to D, it decreases. Speed, the distance traveled divided by the time is placed. Speed is a circular quantity. It has no direction. This example shows you all of it. Again, the speed is a constant, then it stops, then it constant again. That shows no direction, but it shows that the distance traveled is divided by the time it's placed. Basically what it is saying, if speed has no direction whatsoever, you really have no really motion. Basically it's just straight. It's like inertia, but a little different, because inertia has a direction. This one doesn't. The inertia, the natural tendency of an object to remain at rest or to remain moving with constant speed in a straight line. Basically, this example shows you a perfect one. can see it, like, I don't know, you can see this right here, this example, but if it stays at rest, the speed is like nowhere, it's constant moving. It's really just not moving, it's going to be straight line, it's a zero, it's not going to be sitting there. But if it stays moving like this graph should do, the speed ain't moving constant and it's moving. You want to show people that inertia is a lot more than you think. The acceleration, this was everybody. This is my favorite. So is inertia, but this is the most. The change in velocity per unit timing of acceleration is a vector quantity. It has magnitude, size. That means like the size of that. Let me think about this real quick because it's a big one. Basically, what it's saying, its size of magnitude depends on its giver, the person that's doing it, and it has direction. So it means direction means it goes in a different place than normal. The acceleration is zero, so there's no velocity like this graph showed you. Velocity, it's like there's nothing about this graph. It's like a straight line. Acceleration is completely blank. Velocity as well. Hope you have fun learning about this. Chapter 1 and 2. I'll give it to you a little more with chapter 3 and 4. Thank you very much.